Salutations, amigos. It's your boy here, and we are back for some more anniversary fun time in Fae. So yeah, we got the two remix banners today. We got one for Yuri, and then we got one for Nerthuz. So we're going to go ahead and do the banner breakdowns for both of these, and we also have a plethora of free pulls to knock out today, because we are in the midst of anniversary, and Insys was just like, alright guys, we're going to give you 1 million free pulls all day, every day, for every anniversary day. So yeah, you won't hear me complain about that. I'm actually very close to wrapping up my merges for both Medius and Grima. We can quickly take a look. So my Medius is at +9, and then my Grima is also at +9, and I'm just free pulling blue every day of this anniversary, and I'm most likely going to be able to finish both of them off. So, very good plus for me. Alright, so as far as these banners go, we'll start with Nerthuz over here. So on blue, of course, we have Nerthuz, who just got refined and remixed, and her updated passive is Dark Beast Force, which is perfectly fine. I mean, could they have done a little better? Maybe. But Dark Beast Force, for what it is actually pretty solid. Gives you feud and then +5 true damage in combat, which we'll certainly take. And then the stat drops there, speed and defense, fine. Nothing wrong with that. And of course, I feel like they could have did a little better with Nerthuz, unfortunately. They didn't give her a niche that she could fill in the meta, unlike what they did with Yuri, where he's got like triple foul play shenanigans. So I kind of liked his remix and refine a little better. But Nerthuz, for what she is, I think she's fine. She does have, of course, the speed-based DR, and then she's also getting reflex off of that, which was always one of her better effects that she's got. And then otherwise, she's just like an offensive Gale Force option. They gave her some debuffing as well, start a turn, which isn't too bad. Same as Valentine Edelgard with the, what was it, Sabotage and Exposure and Speed and Defense -7. So yeah, all things you would come to expect from a Gale Forcer at this point. But the main takeaway is that she is an offensive Mythic hero, so any amount of merges are going to matter on her. And if she's part of your core for Aether Raid's offense in Light Season, then if you don't have her at +10, then the merges could help. Okay, she is color sharing with the Arcane Hinoka, which is actually not a bad color share. It does suck that they did power creep both of Hinoka's main passives. So Blue Skies 4 and Air Superiority both have better variants now. We have Heavenly Soar from the New Year Balder. And I don't even remember what the new Blue Skies was called, or who came with it. But I do remember that we do have an upgrade to Blue Skies now, so yeah, a little unfortunate for Hinoka. She didn't really last that long in terms of having crazy fodder, but you could always just give her those new skills and she'd be able to duplicate them as a arcane hero anyway. So all that stuff is fine. Her arcane weapon is the latest Arcane Lance, so if you're building a Lance unit, this is... Wait. Why did Photoshop just decide to open out of nowhere? Photoshop jump scare. What the hell? Okay, that was random. But regardless, so here we are again taking a look at Hinoka, and yeah, there's not really much else to say outside of what I've already said. Not too bad for an arcane hero, and a pretty good color share overall for Nerthuz. Okay, then over on red, we have Regan, who's another offensive Mythic hero. So again, merges will matter if she's part of your core for Aether Raid's offense, and you don't have her at +10 yet. But otherwise, she's already been refined and remixed, and she doesn't really amount to much in this day and age, unfortunately. But she is a good pop breaker. She does have Canto 3, and she is a cavalry type, so she moves 3 spaces. I typically just use her for repositioning and Canto shenanigans and pop breaking and yada yada yada. She can still do that much at least. And then we have also Legendary Alencia also on red here. Now, Alencia has definitely seen better days. When was it? I think it was a couple of seasons ago, or like 2 or 3 seasons ago. She was the arena bonus hero, and I was running her. And it was miserable trying to get a KO with her. Like, facing units like Legendary Burger King and the Halloween Freya and like all the crazy, ridiculous +10s that people run on their arena cores now. Elincia stands no chance of getting a kill on any of them. So it is kind of miserable using her nowadays, but I mean, she hasn't refined or remixed yet, so who knows? Maybe things can turn around and look a lot better for her. But as they stand right now, nope. And as such, I would say red is a skip. Okay, then on green, we've got Hater, who is a pretty interesting unit because she is coming up on her remix pretty soon. We did get one for Satyr already, and Satyr and Hater are basically attached at the hip. So I wouldn't expect Hater's refine and remix to be that much longer away. Also, Gold Serpent does get a little better with the Byleth ring. So now she can go ahead and pop that rally, and then she can also use it as a dance, which is pretty cool. So, yeah, Satyr is looking a little bit more interesting now. Just gotta wait to see what her refine and remix does. And again, she is an offensive mythic hero. So, merges do matter on her, more so than any other unit, which is good. And then she's color... Oh, wow, she's color sharing with a Toon Tharja. Yeah, that's not a bad color share at all. And Tharja does have good fodder. She's got Ice Wall, she's got Speed and Res Havoc, and Deadly Miasma, all of which are still meta. And then Crux Echo as well, which is one of the better Echo skills you can go for, especially on these flying units. So, nothing really bad to say. Tharja is also not a bad unit either, because she does a lot of shenanigans, turns off enemy specials, she sets up Anathema support, and just all the good stuff. So, yeah, I mean, green is... Is green actually the best color on this banner? It might be. But then again, we are banking a little bit on Hater being good with her remix. But there's no way she's going to be kind of mid like Nerthuz, though, right? I feel like. And then Tharja, I would say, is maybe slightly ahead of Hinoka at the moment, just considering the fact that none of Tharja's passives have been power crept yet. Whereas, unfortunately, Hinoka... Her passives are still good, it's just that they do have better versions now. But, how much better is Heavenly Soar really than Air Superiority? You're getting the pass and the warp still, right, on both of them. So that's really the only thing that matters. So I guess it's fine. You can still certainly use Air Superiority, no problem. Okay, then finally on colorless, we have Ashe, of course, another offensive mythic hero. All the offensive mythic heroes on this one, huh? Now, Ashe has already refined and remixed, and she's okay. Like, I ain't really got anything bad to say about her, but she's not exactly winning any awards either, unfortunately. Kind of in the same boat as Nerthuz, where she's okay, but she's not crazy. And then we have Legendary Claude with the color share there, and that's kind of whatever. So yeah, I'm actually gonna give it to green on this banner, but still, you should probably skip this because we are again in the middle of anniversary. Okay, then we have Yuri over here. So Yuri's banner, we have Yuri, of course, and they gave him Hex Edge as his updated passive. There's so many better skills they could have gave him, particularly in the B skill, if they were gonna upgrade him. Because look at this, Seal Speed 4, man. Anytime I see a unit that has a Seal passive gold border, it just makes me want to throw up in my mouth. Like, come on, man. You could do better than that. But yeah, unlike Nerthuz, I do actually like this guy's refine and remix because they carved out a really good role for him with the triple foul play. And then if you want to go ahead and give him a disarm trap beast skill, he can be a pretty good positioning bot in Aether Raid's offense. So no complaints for me, although he is legendary season locked, unfortunately. So running him in Aether Raid's offense, you can only do it on win season. He's color sharing with the Attune Noir or Arcane Noir here. Noir is okay. She also has Hex Edge, which is interesting. So I guess both of them have it. But yeah, not really the craziest. Hex Bow, let's take a look here. Inflict Discord, you get the true damage based on 15% of attack on the AoE. 7 true damage on the enemy's first and brave attack, and then -1 before your first attack. Is the Sedgar bow better than this? The one from New Year Sedgar? It might be. It's hard to say. I mean, this weapon does have -1 special trigger, which can enable certain specials and certain builds to work a little better. But Yeah, I don't know, man. The Sedgar bow probably just does more damage overall. I would have to double check that, like just double check the numbers, but yeah, Noir overall, she's not quite as good as Starja, but she's still okay. So I guess red is okay. All right, then on blue we have King Freyr. Oh man, he is slated to refine and remix in this batch. And what's crazy is that this guy was never power crept. He came out and he never got a better version of himself, as was the case with a lot of other units. So who knows what they're gonna do with him when he gets refined. It's gonna be crazy, man, because like it's gonna be one of the first times where we get a refine and remix for a unit that's still actually just as good as he was when he came out. So yeah, King Freyr, definitely a unit that's always been valuable. Okay, then he's color sharing with Legendary Dimitri, a unit who is currently not very valuable, sadly, but it is what it is. Okay, then on green, we have Hell, and then we also have the Legendary Edelgard, both of which not really doing too much at the moment. Edelgard maybe is okay. I mean, she still has Raging Storm, so that means she gets a bunch of actions, but there's certainly better options if you want to do that. And unfortunately, Raging Storm doesn't work with the Edelgard Ring, because the Edelgard Ring only gives you an extra action if you have Gale Force equipped, or it only works with special Gale Forces, basically. It doesn't work with passive Gale Forces. So Raging Storm wouldn't work, but yeah, I mean, there's probably a better ring you could go for then. Instead of that, like, maybe go for Erica Ring, give her Brave Attacking or something. Okay, and then on colorless, we have Ashura. And then we have also Legendary Micaiah there. So, yeah, wow, this one is kind of a stinker. Nothing really popping out at me here. And then over on the other banner, the Nerthuz banner, there's really a Nerthuz dev, ain't there? Considering how loved Nerthuz has been inexplicably. Alright, let's go ahead and do our summons. Let's see, what do we want to go for here? They gave me the two worst colors on the banner, so I'll just go for red, whatever. Oh, wow. That wasn't supposed to happen. Well, alright, we actually got a 5-star there, which... okay, we'll take it. Alright, let's go ahead and do our summon on the Yuri banner. Now, I actually do not have Legendary Yuri, so it would be cool to get him here. But that is not Yuri. So, okay, Miranda. And then we have all of these other freebies to do, and like I already said, guys, we're just going to be hitting blue all day here. Hopefully we get Medius, or hopefully, if not him, we get Grima, and we can go ahead and get the +10 on either of them. So, yeah, let me know what you guys think in the comment section down below. Let me know what your freebies were on the Legendary and Mythic Remix banners. Oh, there's a 5-star again. Wow. Yeah, you're going to be pulling a lot of random 5-stars on these daily 5-star pulls, man. Or these daily banner pulls. Just the other day, I actually free-pulled Brave Ectordeer. I can't remember which banner it was. One of the daily banners that they give us free summons on. And I was like, damn, I actually got a recent Brave hero? That's crazy. So, yeah, I mean, these anniversary free pulls are never to be slept on. Just go ahead and hit the color that has the unit that you're expecting, or the unit that you want the most out of all of the, the pity breaks. Because obviously the featured units on these banners aren't really that crazy right now, but you can still get pity breaks, and of course you can still get demotes if they're any good. So my recommendation would be just to focus on that. And yeah, that's pretty much everything there is to say here. So let's just go ahead and wrap up with these freebies, and then we'll get out of here. So yeah, no complaints from me from the anniversary. So far, so good. Giving out a lot of good rewards and a lot of good stuff. I also haven't done my tickets yet on that seasonal banner. Not sure what I'm going to save them for, but maybe I'll do a video with all the tickets once I get them. But I don't know. There's not really much that I need on that banner anyway. And not even like in terms of, okay, we're trying to get something meta. Just like in terms of units I'm missing. I don't really think there's too many that I'm missing at this point, because I've already pulled a lot of the things that I wanted from the other years that they did that ticket banner. If we can quickly find it. There is no quickly finding banners at the moment. If you look at the bottom, how many banners we have going on right now. So yeah, here is the ticket banner, and they've done this a bunch of times at this point, and throughout the course of them doing this, I've already pulled a majority of the units that I was missing or wanted. So there's not really much left for me to get now, but it is still cool of them to go ahead and do this. Very nice gesture and very good for completing the Pokedex if you missed some of these seasonal heroes. So that's going to wrap us up for this one, guys. Hope y'all enjoyed the breakdowns for the 2 Mythic Remix banners, or the Mythic and Legendary Remix banner. This is your boy Tacho signing out, and I will catch y'all again on the flip side.